Hi, everybody. This is Nancy Day.
And this is Hannah.
And this is our podcast, Shut the Front Door. It's where real estate meets real life. Of course, we talk a bit about real estate and the market and just stories, shut the front door stories. But we also talk real life and just chat because, you know, we're all friends here. So sometimes we just kind of babble on.
That's right.
It's got to be okay. And I guess today it's like talking about the new year, man.
Yeah,
2026.
We have a lot of stuff to talk about, I think, today.
Mm-hmm.
Just first of all, you just told me today is National, what is it?
Quitters Day.
And
Yeah.
that's like all that's been on my mind are all these resolutions that I've, I wrote them out. We put them in an envelope.
Oh, you did?
Kind of did a whole thing. Yep, talked about it. Will and I did that.
Oh.
So it's just funny. Like today's National Quitters Day. I'm like, really? I feel like I've been going strong. I'm actually pretty proud. I feel like I accomplished something already this year by not quitting yet.
Quitters Day is the day you're most likely to drop your resolution. Mm-hmm. Apparently, it's always the second Friday in January because I guess 9 days is enough.
Okay.
Or wait, are you?
Well, I mean,
and weekends. It's the second Friday because weekends make it harder to like stick to your budget, and also just.
They're already like,
not
screw
drink.
it. Year of the horse is not running the way I wanted it yet.
I see. And I think there is a way to have, and I don't even know if I like the word resolutions. There's a way to set some goals for yourself, but not be like so overwhelmed by them that by day 9, you're like, I can't do this anymore. I just think there's a better way to do it.
I mean, I agree. And I think the biggest one for most people is like health and fitness, right? Mm-hmm. And so getting your diet in check. And let's face it, it's because we all feel bloated and frumpy and our clothes are tight by the end of the holidays and, whatever. Or in my case, had too many nights of champagne or whatever.
Yep.
So you're like, I'm ready for a detox. I'm ready to like clean it up. Because you're feeling it, And
right.
so it's a little bit easier, like initially, I think, to think about those things, right? But then, like you said, you can take it a little too far where you're hard on yourself because, okay, you already didn't go to the gym or whatever, and
we can't guilt ourselves.
But thankfully, I feel like because I look forward to the gym, so like I don't fall in that category. I know you're very dedicated to your workouts. We like have to do it. We're in that,
makes us feel
probably
good.
that minority. Yep. If we don't, we'll kill somebody or whatever. So you have to go to the gym. So I feel like because that's not one of them, the ones that I'm working on are a little bit more attainable.
So you actually
it's already built into my lifestyle, and it is for you too.
You and Will actually went big and you wrote resolutions down?
Well, I think I ended up with like 21 things. Here's the thing. It's not like, they're more like if you're not intentional, then nothing's going to change or happen. So it was really about getting crystal clear on, it was everything. Relationships, habits, lifestyle, changes.
21 is a lot,
things
though.
like,
what's one that's like... Not because like the big ones, like you're saying, fitness, maybe money, like budget. But what's one that's not so big, but it's like you still feel important enough that it has to be on there?
Well, like
be intentional.
Last year, I wanted to start taking supplements every morning, and I didn't say which ones. I just wanted to build that into my routine.
Right.
So it's just a tiny tweak when I go in the kitchen and I start getting my, drinking my water, doing my element, whatever, my electrolytes, and just adding one little step to it. I'm already in there. So it's like the little things like that are kind of what I focused on. But yeah,
so
fitness is a big one.
Do you write out a list of the things that you want to do every day? It's like work out, take your vitamins, take the dogs for a walk.
Like little things that I want to sprinkle into to become a part of a new habit every day.
That I think is important.
So that's like why it feels like attainable. Because I've done it the last 2 years that way. It wasn't like a major, like I'm going to start horseback riding lessons this year. Like it was like little things to my day to just... get dialed in.
Sometimes we have to trick ourselves into doing that too. So there was something on TikTok about coming up with a punch card. And this is like right up my alley. So you come up with all the things that you want to do that day. Like they're just regular things, but they create new habits. Like you were just saying, your vitamins. Like I struggle to take my vitamins for some stupid reason. Like I can't do it. So now I'm putting them on a list. But what TikTok says, you should actually get a punch card, like create your own little punch card. And when to get all your stuff, punch it, and then when you're done...
Is it the satisfaction of getting to do the activity? So I feel like that with my workouts. I get to check a box on my app.
Yeah.
When you check off each exercise, there is some kind of gratification that you get by doing that. But it feels really good. So that makes sense.
This said, once you're done, punching your punch card, you get to treat yourself.
You get a reward.
So that makes sense too, because work, reward. I mean, sometimes we have to trick ourselves into doing things that require discipline, and making new habits. Okay, so what's your big scary thing?
I cannot tell you. It's income based, and it's too scary to say out loud, so I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I'll just keep it to myself.
Okay. All right.
It's big though.
Big. Is there a medium one you can tell us about? That's
a medium one?
We had a small one, the fitness one.
Let's see. Okay, like I want to start scheduling a date with Ava on my calendar.
Ava's your daughter.
Monthly, yep, because her schedule, she's so busy now in college and work. So, like, that's a little thing. I can totally do that. But that I wrote it out. I'm going to set that up with her. And then same thing like with my friends that life gets very busy. Their schedules are very busy. So, like, my close friends, I'm going to book them out like for the month ahead so that we make sure we see each other and everything, So those are little ones. Or just be intentional about that stuff.
I do think so. I don't know if anybody knows this about me. I know that Hannah does. So I love notebooks. So I love to write down. It's kind of like the punch card thing. But I love notebooks. I have 1,000 notebooks, and writing that stuff down brings pure pleasure when I can mark it off. I'm trying to think of a big one that I want to do. I want to travel more this year. I want to book some trips.
I did say how many trips I wanted to do.
Oh, you did?
And I basically said 12 trips.
What?
Because I already knew I had 8 scheduled for work.
That is a lot.
So then I was like 12. Well, that'll be like vacation, spring break. So I think I'm almost there.
Now, some of those are work trips for you.
They do. Yeah, they are. But I love, I love the traveling part.
So, yes, I want to book some trips. Yeah. My husband's retiring this year, so that's a big one. We're gonna have to set some new goals around that.
What do with Bruce home all day?
Oh,
figure out what his side hustle is gonna be.
I told him he could be
He's
my
side hustle.
Here's the deal. When you go home and nobody's home and it's really nice. You're just by yourself. You're not doing anything weird or anything, but it's just you're by yourself and you have the house to yourself. I think that's really important. So it is going to be a transition, and we don't argue, we don't fight, but it's just having somebody else in the house. It's going to be a transition because I get to go home and just have that space.
Yeah, sometimes it's that nice feeling.
And
there.
I told him he could be my real estate assistant, and he said,
"What do you think about that?"
Hell no. I don't think he said it like that, but he was like,
I bet he did. He's no dummy.
But
he
knows. Know what?
He knows this real estate life.
As Hannah said, we're going to trick him into it. We're going to trick him into doing some kind of flip house.
A plan. Yeah, I've got plans for him.
Okay.
Yeah. We can't say it on the air in case he ever listens.
He won't listen
to our podcast.
No, he won't listen.
Oh,
no.
Well, we'll see.
So let's put him on the spot.
Yeah.
So 2026, big things, new things, creating new habits, being disciplined.
Yep. And now
losing 8 pounds, maybe.
Oh.
And I know I shouldn't talk about poundage.
I didn't put a number on it because I've noticed clothes transition, that starts to feel better. The scale doesn't move for me. Yeah. At all. But anyway.
Well, I'm going through menopause, so I'm having a hot flash in the moment. So that's harder because you just gain weight without even doing anything different.
Doing nothing. You just breathe. You wake up and exist and you gain weight.
Well, okay, let's do this. So what is so you want to do 12 trips. Are you going to ever be in town?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what should we I think we should definitely plan something fun this year.
Mm-hmm. Like locally, here?
Yeah.
The year of the yes?
Oh, it's the year of the yes. You guys, one year I did the year of the yes.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Where it was 2026.
Was that COVID? Was that COVID?
It was COVID.
Oh my gosh.
I got it from some podcaster.
We needed shirts for you that year because it was everywhere we went.
So it was 2026. Yep. So it's 2026. So you're going to do you're going to write 26 things that you are going to do. I am going to go to whitewater rafting. I am going to scale Mount Everest. Those are obviously not going to happen, but those kinds of things.
You're going to go on your biking. What's that bike thing you always try to make me do? And I'm always busy.
Oh, yeah. The gears and beers. Mm-hmm. The beers and gears.
Too bad.
She won't do it.
Darn.
She's like, I'll be too sweaty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. So is there anything else about the new year you want to talk
Yeah,
about?
well, so actually, like real estate, I've been reading a lot about, after all, this is real estate related, I would say, podcast, right? So this year, we've already seen since Christmas, since the holidays, the phones have been off the hook.
They have been off the hook.
It has been so busy. We're multiple offer. You know, I just had one today. And people are out, they're looking. And then, you know, there's all this like, political stuff that might happen where interest rates might actually end up dropping. Things might actually happen that will make people come out of the woodwork and buy even more than like what we were kind of anticipating. So it does really sound like things are going to get really hot again, and prices are going to go up again
Because inventory is low. If people don't understand this, like there is an inventory shortage. Now, I just read an article today that talked about, you know, there are companies that across the country buy homes in single family neighborhoods, residential neighborhoods, for rentals. And so politically, government-wise,
that's the big thing
there's
right now.
Yep. And so, but there's still going to be a shortage of inventory.
Yeah.
I mean, there really is. So,
so I think it's going to be, we have to really dial in our systems, get really good with all that stuff so that we don't lose control and spiral into chaos, because I do think it's going to be really good for us.
Yeah.
But get everything together before it takes off.
One example of this,
very intentional about that,
is I have a buyer who's moving into town, but she has a house in Iowa that's she's been trying to sell. So we lost a contingency.
Oh, that's
she had to sell her house to buy a new one. She I think had 2 showings in 3 months before the end of the year. She's had 4 showings in the past week.
Oh my gosh.
And so you're right. So things are picking up
everywhere then, I guess.
Yeah. And so, you know, it definitely is happening.
Yeah, it's going to be good, I think. And that's another thing. We have this house that's in our neighborhood that we have listed. It's been very, very quiet over there for listings. It hasn't sold, you know. All of a sudden, Will said he's had 6 showings on it.
Oh, wow.
Since the last week. So, yeah, we're seeing it, too, on a house that's been sitting, because they haven't bumped the price or anything. And that all of a sudden, that's having activity. So, yeah, I do think those are all indicators.
Because in Peoria, days on market, houses have been sitting here since, probably October, November, December. Homes have been sitting 30-ish days, which seems what?
So crazy.
They're sitting because the past 3 years, houses have been going so fast.
Right. Yeah.
So I have a seller right now, and we had, I talked to our team lead, our listing specialist. We were trying to come up with
Who's that?
a range. That would be Will.
That would
we're
be
not
Will. By name. Who was the listing
So we were trying to because he wants to sell his house, and he was giving me a price. He's like, "What do you think?" He asked me my opinion, obviously.
Yeah.
So I said, "Well, based on comps, based on what houses are on the market right now, based on the fact that you have this amenity, but you don't have this big amenity." You know, we gave him a price range. He was not happy with that.
The seller was?
Correct. Okay. Seller was not happy. And I'm still waiting to hear back from him because I'm like, did I scare him away? Because he gave me a price probably $30,000 more that he wanted to list it at. And I said, look, you can list this house. This is your house.
Yeah.
You can list this house.
We'll do it.
We can do it. We'll do it.
That's
but
right.
we just have to be.
Even we're wrong sometimes in this market.
And it's it's elusive because you find that perfect buyer who all the stars align. He could get what he wants.
Yeah.
But right now with houses sitting, I have noticed that people are coming in a little bit lower on offers and that kind of thing. So.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. We'll keep everyone updated. Yeah.
Do you have any shut the front door moments?
I actually was thinking about this today, and I have one. And it's really more of okay, I'll ask you. Have you had, since you've been in real estate, have you had any friends or people on Facebook or whatever, mutual friends, have you had anyone reach out to you and they're in the middle of a transaction, with the buying or selling of their home, and they're upset with their realtor and they're wanting help? Have you had that happen yet?
No, probably someone's upset with me. They probably contacted you because they were upset with me. I don't know.
No.
Are you telling me something here right now?
I'll do that off the air if it ever does.
You can tell me on the air. Look, this is real.
So this will start to happen. Like, you will start to have friends that reach out to you because they're angry and something's not going their way and they're feeling like their agent's pulling a fast one on them. And so they'll call you because they trust you. And you're like, well, you should have used me, but you didn't. And this happens. But I have one of those. I had one that happened yesterday, and it was, and this is the thing. Usually I don't know the agent, never heard of them, which means what? They're part-time, they have another job, and most of the time that's the case. They have a full-time job, so they're not as creative, they're not as used to, like, doing things like we do because we do it every day, right?
And they're doing real estate on the side.
Correct.
There's a part-time gig.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so in this case, this girl reached out to me for her parents that are under contract, supposed to close on the sale of their home, and basically they're having issues with getting that buyer on the other side to closing. And their agent, they feel like, is not representing them well, is not giving them any options, is basically just saying, yeah, you have to do what the buyer is saying, like, you have no options, you have to sign this, and this is it. And so this girl was calling me. Now, I cannot ever give anyone advice or, I mean, it's like, sorry, I really...
There are ethical things we have to abide by.
Yep. Here's, if you need a real estate attorney, like, unfortunately, there's nothing I can do at this point.
Right.
If something were to happen where things fall apart or something changes, like,
so let me
nothing
clarify.
to do with me, then reach out to me, but I can't do anything now,
Someone trying to sell their house.
Yeah.
And so they had a listing agent.
Yes.
And they weren't happy with the listing agent in the way that they were representing them in the sale of their house.
Correct.
Okay.
And also this listing agent, again, don't know them personally. They were texting them from their job. They have a full-time job. They were texting them all this bad news. No phone call.
Oh.
Now, obviously, the other thing is I'm getting one side of the story, so
yeah,
we don't really know what happened. But when someone has a full-time job, that can very well be the case. So all this to say,
and the fact is, nobody likes to make that phone call. All right, if there's bad news, nobody likes to do it, but professionals, you just have to do it.
Oh, yeah.
You have to. You can't text it. You have to get on the phone.
You cannot text.
I haven't. Yeah. So you have to make the call.
Right. So but you're going to start. You'll get these calls from and it's very sad sometimes. Now, whether or not the story is fully true, you're getting part of it, and also people don't understand our contracts and how things really work. So they might be twisting some of the story as well. What's happening? But I've had this happen a lot in the last few years. And I don't know. I think there has been a lot of weird stuff that's happened in real estate, but also some people that I just believe shouldn't be shouldn't be doing real estate.
They're not being trained well enough to actually serve their clients.
It's sad.
Well enough.
It's sad what you can get away with, right? And we all deal with sometimes agents on the other side that do things, and you're like, you just probably not be doing this because
I've been pretty
you want to
lucky
be
so
able
far.
to tell their client, like, go to someone that's going to take care of you, and you can't do that. But
interesting.
Anyway, so I had that just the other day, and so all that to say, be very careful who you're going to use as your agent, because if they have a full-time job, that is going to, not maybe, it is going to be problematic for you at some point. It's going to be hard. And not only that, they don't know the changes to our contracts. You can't always get in a house right away if you're on the buyer side.
Sure.
They don't often have help or people that can cover for them for showings, so you're going to miss out on houses. I mean, all kinds of reasons why you have to be really careful.
So call Hannah at the Home Connection because she's full time, man.
Well, just don't call me when it's going bad, because there's nothing I can do, and then I feel bad for you.
I mean,
so
just
anyway,
call. Actually,
it happens.
I'm going to rephrase that. Call Hannah. Or Nancy.
Before you call
or Nancy.
Right. Or Nancy. Call Nancy. Just call
So that's
Nancy.
kind of your shut the front door moment these days. That's what you're seeing.
It's just kind of, I had quite a few of those last year, actually. It was just so weird. I don't know. But I do think it's because the longer you're doing this, like, they don't think of you till there's a problem, and then they're like,
"Oh, Hannah knows that she's
I'm going to call Hannah
now."
But like in this case, it was like, oh, her parents. She tried to tell them to use me, to list their house, and they were like, oh, we have some friend who does it or whatever. But again, people don't know why it might or might not matter for them if they have a realtor that also has a full-time job.
So get a full-time realtor.
So get a full-time realtor that knows what's going on. That's right.
I had a really interesting shut the front door moment. So these days it seems that transactions are hard. I think, and I've been in the business for 2 years, so I've had, almost 60 transactions. Yeah. So I've learned quite a bit.
That's a lot of experience.
So just this one transaction. So it's been about a month. We really had a hard time getting her funded. Like we were jumping through hoops. We didn't know if it was going to happen. We were writing up the contract, but then I was like, listing agent, I don't know if it's going to happen. Where, she needed like a gift from somebody to make it happen. So there were just a lot of hoops. And finally, I actually said to the lender one day, I said, are we forcing this? Like, is this going to happen? I don't want to get to 2 days before closing and we can't close.
That's not fair to anybody.
That's not fair to anybody.
Buyer, yeah.
So I need to know that we are confident going in that this is going to close. So going back and forth, and buying a house is stressful. There are so many moving parts. There's lending, there's then appraisals, there's inspections, there's all of it. So there's a lot of moving parts, and a lot happened with this house. Their inspections came up, and there were a ton to take care of. And on my end, I'm just thinking, oh, this is a lot. This is a lot. But my job is to help the client and stay calm and remain and be the calm when she's not calm. So we've made it. We actually closed yesterday. During our final walkthrough, which was Wednesday. And, we weren't particularly close to one another. When you're a realtor and you've got a client, you're texting a lot. You are in contact a lot. Yeah. So you do form some kind of comfortable bond with that person, whether you're calling them or texting them. But I mean, it was definitely just a professional. It's not like, oh, this is my best friend now that we've been texting each other. So we got to the final walkthrough, walked through the final walkthrough. Everything looked good. And we got outside and I locked. And I'm like, we're good to go. We'll see you at closing tomorrow. And she goes, I want to give you a big hug. And she says, thank you so much for everything you've done. And that made me again realize that's why I am in this business. And I know this is going to sound big. You're like, oh, pat yourself on the back. Like we are helping people change their lives. Yeah. She was buying this house for a very specific purpose. She needed a house, and it was a lower priced house. But and when we were done with that, I was like, okay, that made me feel really good. Like,
I'm going to interject here. I know all the stuff that you guys went through with that deal, and not everybody would have gotten that done. So that is really what she knows. That she knows that there were a lot of problems. This was not a walk in the park. Yeah, and you had to have a lot of extra phone conversations to really help her understand what was going on. Yeah, really give her could you imagine the said agent that had the full-time job that's texting that stuff? Could you imagine having done that to her when you had all these conversations?
Well, and also what it makes me realize is that this is just the business, and we work it one day at a time, and we for every problem that comes up, we just deal with it. And we're gonna deal with this right now, and let's remain calm. And we're gonna solve this problem so we can move on to the next.
Right. Yep. So exactly. So well done for that. That's awesome.
Well, it is.
It feels good.
Again, with every transaction, I learned something new. Right. I learned something new about the contracts. I learned something new about inspections. I learned something new about people and about dealing with people. And I feel good about it. I'm glad we closed it. I'm so happy for her because she's now on a cruise. She actually left town to go on a cruise. I go, well, hopefully you can relax now. So anyway.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
No, that's true. That's what it's like. It's all, those are the moments that keep us in the game. It's like those happy endings where they realize you really had their back and you weren't just trying to get a sale as every once in a while hear someone accuse an agent of doing that. And it's like, no, we really are here to see them through,
And I think that emotionally, we're not supposed to be emotional about it. We're not supposed to take anything personal. But I want buyers and sellers to know that, well, for me anyway. Again, I'm trying not to do that, but we are so vested in seeing it through and making sure that you are taken care of that we do become emotionally vested.
Oh, yeah.
It's just impossible not to.
Yep.
So,
Yep,
anyway.
exactly. Those are all what keep us going.
Yeah.
So what else we have?
Well, we didn't talk about our food and drink of the day because usually we do that.
Gosh.
You know, What?
It just reminded me, we did that detox.
Yeah,
we did
so-
a little cleanse the other day, and then I'm like, what have I even eaten since then? I've been like on the go. And then I remembered we had a really good dinner the other night, so we'll talk about that.
Well, so you're on a real detox. I'm on a semi-detox. So basically, just with like we talked about the holidays, ate so much, just drank so much. So I said,
like I'm doing the whole supplements, the shakes, like cleaning my liver, and
I was like, I'm just not going to drink for 3 days. And Bruce is like, how about 30 days? I go, let's do 3 days
calm down,
first.
Bruce.
Let's
settle
calm
down, Bruce.
Okay. So I ended up going 4.5 days with no alcohol.
And how'd you feel?
I actually was very proud of myself. It's not like I drink a lot, but I do like a glass of wine, which one glass usually ends up to be two during the evening. But if you count that up every day, do you know how many calories that is? That's calories. So anyway, I said, so
who's counting?
So we did that, and so Bruce goes, I thought you were doing 30 days, and I go, no, we're just 3. So. My dementia is kicking in.
Why do men have to sometimes just be such a buzzkill? Like, we were proud of those 3 days.
Yeah.
And then they had to say,
did Will say something too?
Will does that stuff. I'll be like, oh, I started this thing, and he'll somehow have to one-up it. Well, what you really should do is ... And I'm like, why can't you just let me feel like I know something?
Well, I'm not announcing it. I'll announce it to you and to our friend Ashley. If I want to do something, we'll announce it to you. I'm not announcing it to the person I live with, i.e. my husband, because I don't want to be held accountable by him.
I actually didn't tell Will either about our little thing because I was like, I don't want to hear about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear about what I really should be doing.
If I break down and have a glass of wine in day 4 or 3 or 2 or 1.
I don't want anybody to make me feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No shame. But I felt good after it too. And then we ate at Jim's. Was that where we ate? Jim's Steakhouse.
Okay, so we had my belated birthday dinner, which the girls took me out.
We usually do it after
Christmas.
We did,
So
and our steak was fire. We had those twice baked potatoes, which I've never had there. So that was really good. So that was probably my
our local find this week. If you have never been to Jim's Steakhouse downtown Peoria,
especially around Christmas time. They still have all their decor up.
I mean, it's
beautiful.
It's definitely fancy. It's definitely up a little upscale. But it was hopping downtown
kind of
Peoria.
Romantic. Well, they had all kinds of events at the Civic Center that night. It was busy. Yeah, our service is normally really good. That poor girl must have been run around because we hardly saw her.
Yeah,
but it was good. We weren't in a rush. It was fun.
Jim's Steakhouse.
There's a chance you could run into Tucker Carlson there.
Who?
Tucker Carlson goes there?
He was at Jim's Steakhouse, yeah.
When?
They did like a signed picture with him, like an autograph.
Recently?
I think it was last year.
Okay.
Really?
So they do.
That's he does the talk show, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Tucker. I've seen him.
So there are a lot of pictures of people who
all
like celebrities that come in there. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah,
that's a special occasion place for us.
Yeah,
because it is pricey.
We rediscovered it this summer. We kind of forgot about it because we do our date nights on Thursdays.
Oh yeah,
and we threw that in the mix now, and it's one of our favorites. Yeah, it's always good. And they have live music. It's hard to find that anywhere anymore.
It is really. It's a really nice date.
That piano guy's really good.
Yeah. I did make a really good dinner the other night. I know that because like you guys know, I like to talk about food and share my recipes. Like I'll make a new recipe and then I will share it with my 4 friends. Actually, Ashley.
Yep. Your 4 friends. Yep.
John, who I work with in the morning, I always text a picture.
Send him all your food.
But it's like beef and broccoli. It's got like an Asian twist to it. Beef and broccoli. It had onions, mushrooms, peppers, broccoli. And it was healthy. Although I ate 2 big bowlfuls, so that probably didn't help. But it's a step, you
probably got your protein that day.
It was the most delicious thing. And if anybody ever wants that recipe, you just like message me because I will give it to you, and it was healthy.
Yeah.
So
You've told me about it 4 times
I'm
this
not
last
getting.
week.
I gotta be honest though, I'm not getting much reaction. I'm not getting much reaction from it.
You tell me about it, and I'm like, okay, I already know what's in it, but I'm going to let you tell me again. Okay, I'm going to tell you this also. Will and I have this thing that we do.
Yeah.
Because he will tell me the same story many times. So now what we do, instead of me cutting him off, because that's rude.
And Will and I are the same age.
And Will, my husband, they're same age bracket. And so when he starts to tell it to me, now what I do, we started doing this, I think, when we were dating, because it was like, it's been going on for
You're
that
telling
long.
me the same story over and over.
I hold up my fingers of how many times he's told me. So I'll just like gently hold up 3 fingers.
And
he'll be like, I've told you this before. And I'm like, 3 times. Holding
I
up.
should tell.
And that's how we do it. It's a very polite way of saying,
I don't want to hear this story
I'm really
again.
glad that this is that excites you so much. But isn't it rude? I shouldn't do it at all.
No,
but it is kind of funny.
You're just being real, and actually,
it's probably so rude.
No, it's not. And you know what? I'm going to give Bruce that tip because I do. The
and
same
I don't mind
thing.
if he does it to me too. Like he will tell me. Well, he doesn't do the. I don't think he remembers that I do the finger thing, like hold up my fingers how many times. But he'll just tell me I already told him.
So sometimes,
which is fine. But I don't have a tendency to do that. Like I know what I tell him. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But you're telling me that I tell you stories over and over.
No,
again.
but just that meal, just the meal, and so I was tempted to hold up 3 fingers.
Okay. You know why it is? Because when I talk about food, I really like. I would
just
like
that
a reaction.
One recipe, you really like it.
I would like a reaction.
I'll
please.
make it. I'll totally make it.
So there we go. Food, drink. We're having a little bit. It is Friday, so we are having a little happy hour.
Yep.
We're having a little bit
kind of a toast.
What is it?
To accomplishing some things this week.
This is the Marca Prosecco Rosé. Well, there's a little bit of celebration going on in my house. So Bruce is retiring, and then he makes me do a quarterly review, and I'm not kidding you. He makes me sit down, and we have to go over our finances, which actually is really good.
It's good.
Because he has all the passwords. I mean, he could leave the country, and I would be broke.
Yep.
So he's retiring in June. So it's official. He told his boss. And so we had our quarterly review on Monday. And so then he's like, well, should we pay off the house? We have a little bit left. We've been in our house for almost 25 years. So, we have a little bit left. So he's doing that today.
That is toast-worthy.
He texted me and said, I'm going to go get my checkbook and go to the bank, and I'm paying off the house.
I love it. Because
when you get that first, and I will just say this, when you get that first, like, here it is, 30 years of payments, and you're thinking, we'll never get there.
Yeah.
We are there.
Yeah.
And
that is toast-worthy. 1,000%.
So we're going to pay off our house today. And then we're going to put it in a trust, because that's a good, for everybody who ever has a house paid off, trust.
That's right.
So anyway, so cheers.
It's exciting. Cheers to you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means for me. Husband retiring,
well, it
house
means you're
paid
gonna
off.
keep working towards that Cancun trip that we're all going to take in March.
I don't know if I can get what.
Yes,
I don't know if I can get 32.
Yes, you
so
can.
You need to explain this.
Yes, you can.
And I have to be honest.
So
I've worked really hard, like the last 2 years.
Yeah.
The first year I think I had 30 or 31 transactions, and this year I had 28. And I feel like I was working constantly. So that's where I am, and I'm like, I don't know. Can I get more?
Yes, you can.
So you tell what's going on.
So we announced to our team that if they sell 32 homes, we will pay for their all-inclusive flights and stay to Cancun in March. We're all going to go together in March of 2027. So if you sell 36 homes, then we'll also pay for your +1. So that's very exciting. And it started officially in January. So this month.
It has gotten everybody a little ramped up.
Everyone's pretty excited.
I will say.
Yep. And here's the thing. You are absolutely going to do it. Because, let me tell you what. You are not new anymore. You know how to convert things, how to help overcome objections, how to help solve problems. You know too much now to not sell 32 homes.
I mean, hopefully.
And hold on. You also now have more and more people that have been watching your business that you're going to end up starting to have more and more sphere every year. It's just a numbers game. You just get more sphere every year. And repeat clients, you've already had repeat clients, haven't you?
I have, which is very...
And nobody expects it, but it happens because things happen, life changes. So you're going to have it basically, if you break it down of like where you get each of your transactions, and because like I used to do that, just the buyer site. You do listings too.
Yeah, I like listings.
So think about it. It's, 16 buyers and 16 listings.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's so easy for you.
I always like to tamper down my competitiveness because I used to be super competitive, and it got a little out of hand sometimes. So in my older age, I feel like I'm not quite as competitive, but I think deep down when then I hear that kind of stuff.
I mean, it's because you're already right up there,
but
and you're part of how we figured out that number. By the way, you're like a good kind of a good steady pacer, like for what should be attainable to anybody, that puts it, because you still have a well-balanced life. You do things, you have another job that you have a lot of flexibility around, but it's very attainable.
Well, I'll just
being
tell you
able
this.
to do both sides, you totally can do it. You're going to do it.
My goal is to attain that, and again, I think a little healthy competition is always going to be good.
Yeah.
And I think it's fun, and I think it creates some excitement too, but not if it becomes
and everybody can win. It's not one winner.
We're not
like no one's competing against themselves. Everyone gets to earn it.
That's why I said you're competing against
different.
yourself.
It doesn't have to be ugly, because that's the stuff I don't like.
Exactly.
I don't like that part of competitions.
We have such a great team.
But this is like fun. Yeah, everyone's going to want to see everyone get to go.
But I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
Even if I don't get 32, I'm going on the trip. I'll pay for myself to go. Bruce will not go, but I will go.
There you go.
So anyway,
you're gonna
but
earn
it's
it,
exciting, and I think it's created some buzz, obviously, around our team.
First of all, like that could be life-changing right there for somebody to get to go on a trip like that.
Yeah.
I know that when I got into real estate, I wouldn't have been able to afford a Cancun trip.
Right.
And that was always something that, like my old team, we used to dream about going on a trip together to Mexico, and it was like this office joke,
Sure.
And I'm like, well, let's make that a reality. Like, why wouldn't we offer that? And I think that'd be really amazing for everybody to get to have that chance to do that. And it's not one of those goals. Like, I've been on MLM, like multi-level marketing, where you can earn trips. They are next to impossible to earn.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like a very small few
right.
actually earn these trips. And this is like everybody can do this trip. It's very realistic.
Right.
So it does mean you have to plan. It means you're going to have really be focusing on hitting your Yeah, you can't just like coast through that one. But isn't that what you do at a job anyway? You work, you plan, you show up for work. And the fact is, it just gives everyone something really cool at the end of it also. Yeah. And you're going to make life-changing money for yourself.
Absolutely.
So,
well, good. I can't wait to Cancun.
I know.
Awesome.
So speaking of, I brought this little book down here. So did you see on my counter we had all these vision books that they're for like vision boards?
I saw those upstairs.
And I know you don't care for this stuff, but
I'll do it.
Kind of got me thinking. So how do you feel about a vision board? What are your thoughts on that? And have you ever done one? Did it help you?
Well, so I am having
a
vision board. Our team is I'm going to host a vision board meeting at our house. So we're going to all put vision boards together.
Yep.
I have done one. I think I just prefer like my notebooks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where every day I write down the things. But I'm going to of course I'm part of the team. So I'm going to get my little board.
Yep.
And then put one together, but I'm not sure. So I'm game.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not going to be a naysayer.
So you haven't had one where you've done anything with it where it helped you personally?
No.
Yeah.
Where I've put it up because we did. I'll be honest. We did make one before, and I don't know where it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know where
it probably means those things were not really like something that were that meaningful.
Right.
You know, they might have like been like, oh, that'd be cool, or I'll do it to play along, but. So, and it does require you to have to allow yourself to get uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Real estate.
Yeah,
course.
of course.
It does make you have to look at your life like there's something that I would change, and change is very uncomfortable and it's very scary. So when people allow themselves to look at the other parts of their life where they could dream and want something different, that's scary. Nobody wants that. And then you have to commit to something. And that's also not something that some people like to do.
So you like the vision boards for that. We're going to put it out there.
Yes.
Put it up.
When I first, joined my first real estate team, we did a vision board. And back then, like I, had just gotten divorced. I had a rental property. I mean, I lived in a rental. Like I had to get things. I basically had to start from scratch, like life part 2, right? And so I had very basic needs on my vision board. But I put them on there, and then I had some pictures of the girls and I, Ava and Onyx, and just started basic dreaming, right? But I put that board on my desk, and as I got into real estate, and it was very quickly stressful, right? And when you're sitting there having those hard conversations and you're looking at your vision board because it's on your desk, mine was like a stand, like it stood up, so it was right there. You remember why you're dealing with this. Okay. And you remember this is what lots of these conversations are getting me closer and closer to these goals. And I've told you this before. Guess what we did in my first year in real estate? I was able to buy a house, bought an SUV because I had a car then and I wanted a bigger vehicle. I took my kids on a Disney vacation and started going to the Don. That was when I first went to the Don. So my very first own vacation, I'd never gone on like a trip, like my own vacation.
Sure.
So there were, I forget some of the other stuff, but mostly that was like it. I didn't think those things were even real. And then I did them that first year. So I became a believer in doing the vision board. So the next year I was like, well, shoot, I've already done these things. Like, what else could I want? Like, those were things I didn't think were possible for me, especially that fast. So then I did an investment. I put that I wanted to do a flip house.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to start building wealth. I wanted to. So I put the things on the board. Guess what I did? Yeah. Everything on the board. And I
so
really
it's like you're
challenged
manifesting
myself.
It. You're like feel like you're manifesting the board.
I don't even think of it as yes, that's what everyone says, but I felt like it was literally my reminder of you've got to keep doing this. Yeah. You don't feel like working today, but do you want these things that you said you did, or it just sound like fun? Right. You were just playing the game of making this vision board, and so it really did keep me going when I wanted to quit. So that was my whole thing. No, and so not everybody cares about those visuals, but truly, because real estate is hard. It is. And I did work at my desk every day because we had to go in every day. So I always saw it. That's where I'd be making those calls about bad repair amendments. Yeah. And you're dreading the phone calls. And I literally would look at that board and be like, this is how you're going to get this stuff. So shut up and do it. And then it was never that bad. So that's just
all right.
my story.
I'll commit to the vision board.
Hey, no pressure. But I love them. So I don't even know, Nancy, I don't know what I'm going to put on mine. Yeah. And I am going to actually force myself to get uncomfortable and actually have to do something and put something on there that I don't want to probably commit to. And I don't know what that's going to be yet.
Like, you've thought about it, but you're like, I don't know this.
I don't know what they're going to be yet. Okay. But I'm going to make myself do it.
Well, I will do one. Okay. But I do have to think hard about what I want to put on there. Yep. But it does it does make sense to me because I don't know, people might not realize this, but real estate, I do the radio program in the morning, and then after that I have the rest of the day, most of the day to do real estate. But you can just sit there and say, I don't want to do this today.
1,000%.
But if you don't make the calls, if you don't follow up with clients, if you don't make that hard phone call that you don't want to make, I mean, it's nice to have reminders about why you're doing it.
Right. Yep.
All right.
And that, we'll see. We'll see if everyone plays along or not.
Well, I am hosting. Yeah, we're going to have a little vision board. It's going to be fun.
It'll be a fun night. And I'm excited to hear what people are actually doing. I love being a part of somebody's journey, what they want to accomplish. Yeah. So I'm really looking forward to hearing what everybody is going to do.
Well, good. So, Happy New Year, everybody, 2026.
Good luck on those resolutions.
And our vision boards.
Make a vision board. Yeah. Tell us how it goes.
And here we go.
That's right.
So thanks for joining us today for Shut the Front Door.